Hello guys, today we are talking about a little something new called factoring a linear binomial. We already know what a binomial means. That means that there's going to be two terms. But in this case, I want us to note that the word linear is telling us that there's going to be an exponent of 1 on the variable. That's all you need to know. Whenever you see the word linear, that means that there is an exponent or an invisible exponent of 1 on that variable. So let's go ahead and jump into our example. Our first example we're going to talk about is 5x plus 25. Our job is to factor this. And what that means is we need to basically simplify or find that greatest common factor, and it's going to include a set of parentheses. So looking at our binomial here, we have two terms, our 5x and our 25. I know that there's not a variable in the second term, so the only thing that I can really worry about factoring is this 5 and this 25, and I need to find the greatest common factor between those terms, between 5 and 25. Now, I know that the only thing that goes into 5 is 5 and 1, and the only things that go into 25 are 5 and 5, okay? Do a quick factor tree, 5 and 5. I can pull a 5 out of 5x as well as 25. So when I do that, think of this almost as reverse distribution. I pull out that greatest common factor of 5. This is our GCF. This is our GCF of 5x and 25. Pulled out the GCF, and I'm going to leave the remainder inside of those parentheses. X plus 5, okay? Now, to go ahead and check our work, we can go ahead and distribute this. And if we did our work correctly, we will end up with the same thing as our original binomial. So let's go ahead and just test this out. If we distribute 5 times x is equal to 5x, and 5 times 5 is 25. Check, we did our work. So we know that we factored successfully by pulling out that greatest common factor of 5 and leaving the remainder inside of those parentheses. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into our next example. Let's do 21 plus 7x. Our job is to factor this. So in other words, we have to pull out the greatest common factor between 21 and 7x. Again, thinking about factor trees, 7, of course, goes into 7, as well as 7 goes into 21. So I'm going to pull out that GCF of 7, and I'm going to leave the remainder inside of those parentheses. 21 divided by 7 is 3, plus that remainder of x. We have factored out that greatest common factor of 7, and it is multiplied by the remainder of 3 plus x. That was awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow.